To dangerous flooding. The storm turned deadly and the wrath isn't over yet. We're going to see high winds disrupt your Monday morning with gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour. Then we barely have time to regroup before our next storm moves in. Kingston will bring a swath of snow from the plains to the East Coast, and some cities are still trying to thaw out from the last few systems. By the way, very frigid air from our Tuesday through Thursday for a big chunk of the country. This is America's Morning Headquarters. I'm meteorologist Steph Abrams alongside meteorologist Kelly Cass and Molly McCullum. We're going to start you off with Molly and the devastating flooding in parts of the Mid-South over the weekend. Molly, so many states impacted.
They really have cut our next winter storm.
Kingston. And so there's a couple pieces here with Kingston that I want to show you. This is kind of our main piece of energy, but we also have this energy that is also going to play a role. As this swings east, this is going to wind down as well and come into it. So it's kind of two pieces here for us. And there's a look at the first bit of rain and snow associated with Kingston coming from the northwest. We have very cold air. And by the way, this cold air is going to stay in place all the way really through our Thursday. A lot of the advisories that we have are from Tuesday into our Thursday. It is frigid out there and it is going to stay cold. So this is going to be very impactful, especially right through the center of the country where we could see double-digit snowfall out of this, dangerous wind chills lasting for several days here. So you can see where the storm is heading, right? Where it's going to develop. We already have a little bit of light snow associated with this, but it is going to get really more robust, especially as we head into our Tuesday. Notice Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., Kansas, Oklahoma, this part of Missouri, central southern Missouri, could see the heaviest snow out of the system. There's also icing that's going to be problematic. Going through Tuesday, there's that snow continuing. Northern Arkansas could be getting hit hard with this. It stretches eastbound as we head into our Wednesday with rain on the south side of this, snow into places that, by the way, just got hit with significant flooding like Kentucky, Virginia, and also into Tennessee that Molly was just showing you. And this is going to be clearing out as we head into our Wednesday evening. Springfield, Missouri, let's have a look at your snow. And by the way, the winds that will take down those wind chills for us, but our snow really kicks off early Tuesday. And as we put this into motion, it continues through the day on Tuesday is really our worst day, and things improve for us into Springfield, into Missouri when it comes to the snow. Not necessarily the temperatures, it's still going to stay on the cold side, but there's your bullseye. We're talking 8 to 12 inches. Anywhere from Kansas to Oklahoma and stretching into Arkansas and also into Illinois. We could get a little 5 to 8 there in southern Illinois. Kelly.
All right, Steph, you mentioned Springfield, Missouri. That's where we have a winter storm warning going into effect at midnight tonight and goes all the way through early Wednesday, with the worst of the weather coming through overnight into early tomorrow morning. As you can see, for today, we're pretty good. Even tonight, we don't see too many issues out here on the I-44 corridor. Yellow clicker not working, unfortunately, but you will eventually see the blue filling in all across the Ozarks and, yes, back into Oklahoma. We do see some snow evolving for you guys as well, and down into portions of Arkansas as we kind of advance these maps and show you what's going to be taking place with that snow. Winter storm warnings means we're looking at a lot of accumulation, but also the threat for blowing and drifting snow. As Stephanie just talked about, we're talking about winds between 25 and 30 miles an hour. So those winds are going to be howling and blowing that snow around. Let's advance the story. And unfortunately, my Max is not awake yet on this Monday morning. You know, it is a holiday. So, Molly, maybe we're just going to have to check back in and wake up the computer graphics.
You know, we'll get there, Kelly. I think we're all with Kingston on the south side of it. It doesn't look like it's going to be as intense. So that's one positive. And we are going to be getting rain with this, too. So month to date, it has been wet here in the south, and we've needed it. It has been super, super dry. So we'll take all the rain that we can get. New Orleans, we're down over 2 inches. Also back towards Lake Charles, we're down by a couple inches. And the drought monitor is really bad into places like Tennessee. So all the rain that we've gotten and all the rain that is still to come means that we do have rivers out of their banks. So notice along the Ohio River, all coming down the Mississippi, all of these are in either minor, moderate, or major flood stage. Obviously, we know that, and it's going to get worse with a system that's going to be coming on in. So here's a look at that forecast. You're going to get snow over areas that are seeing river flooding, and then you're going to get more rain in the south where we do have rivers that are out of their banks. And we can take you into Houston, where our temperatures are going to drop Notice that we go from 65 to 42. There's that cold air. Our average low this time of year is 50. 50. And our high is going to be 42 on Wednesday. So that just lets you know. There are your showers and thunderstorms possible on Tuesday along I-10 from Texas to Louisiana. Storms are coming in, and they're going to rain down on this area. Very heavy rain. And again, some of these could turn severe with the gusty winds and whatnot. So there is that possibility of flooding for us here. And as we go through time, I mean, Hart County, Kentucky, we're going to get snow after we saw tremendous flooding. Cheatham County, Tennessee, also going to get snow. And then we have Humphreys County, Tennessee, which is north of Nashville. We're going to get snow. The same as you go west of Nashville, where we've seen a lot of different flooding issues. Rain for Atlanta, Montgomery, Tallahassee. This is all going to be blowing east. Notice the wind's not too strong. It lingers into the Carolinas as we head into Wednesday evening, but the rest of us are going to cool off and dry out. Possibility of flash flooding. I guess, Kelly, my computer is also having the case of the Mondays as well.
Well, we don't want to see flooding there anyway, so
yeah, that's
how's
right.
that?
Exactly.
All right, still ahead on America's Morning Headquarters, more than 100 million shivering as a blast of Arctic air surges in, where we are seeing temperatures well below zero and how far south that bitter cold will reach. Lots of wind chills below zero. Setting up especially for the northern plains with those wind chill warnings, those cold weather warnings that are currently in effect. All the dots on this map represent where we could see record lows at night and also your daytime temperatures. They are going to be very cold all the way down into Oklahoma and Texas, possibly record breaking. That's how bad it is going to be. We're going to be well below average in so many areas that we're going to be right near a record, unfortunately. So again, from Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, all the way down to the south, we're going to feel those wind chills of at least 20 to 30 below zero, but at times 40s to 50s below zero. So when you're talking about wind chills that bad, you know, frostbite can only set in a matter of minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. So that's why you've got the extreme cold warnings on the map. Darker purple showing us that top to bottom there in Minnesota, North Dakota, all the way down to Kansas. And yes, even down here in Oklahoma and Texas, we call that a blue norther, that north wind sending that cold our way as well. Temperatures today are only going to be in the teens in Kansas City. Minneapolis, you're not even getting above zero for your actual high today, -3, 9 degrees in Chicago. Lucky you guys in New York City, you're 1 degree above freezing, and down toward the south, we're eventually going to feel that cold as we go through the next couple of mornings. These are your wind chill factors below 20. So you're talking about tomorrow morning, 180 million. But look, by Thursday morning, 214 million are going to be shivering with those wind chills below 20 degrees. That's what it's going to feel like in many areas, even into the south. But Bismarck, North Dakota, this is where it's even worse. You're like 20 below? That's nothing compared to here. This is where it's feeling like -40s. And even during the afternoon, the sun not helping us at all. It's going to feel like, you know, -30s all afternoon. So here is a look at your wind chill factors for this afternoon. We're talking about -20 Minneapolis. It gets worse overnight into tomorrow morning. Check out Chicago, walking between the buildings. It's going to feel like -20 out there. And Wednesday morning, you are waking up to a wind chill of -34 there in Bismarck, North Dakota. So you really need to cover up and bundle up as much as possible. Make sure the kids are well prepared for school, because unfortunately, this Arctic blast, it comes all the way down to the south as well, where pipes could burst. Make sure you keep the pets indoors.
This potential. Let's have a look ahead in the T-Mobile coast-to-coast forecast and give you a peek at temperatures in your area as you plan to travel for the week ahead. So today we have Kingston starting to develop. And then as we head into tomorrow, notice how it gets right into the center of the country and it will keep moving east for us. Also, notice those temperatures. Kansas City, single digits. Houston, only 42 for a high on Wednesday. That's when Kingston will be in the southeast. Finally clears the coast for Thursday. Oh, we can take a breath. We do get some lake effect snow on the backside, but we're going to have to deal with still very cold air on Thursday. Watch the temperatures start rebounding as we head into our Friday. And hey, as we head into the weekend, we see a lot of sunshine and a lot more mild.
Thanks for sticking